everyone, Zero JD here with the XBLA Fans channel. I'm here to give you a quick taste of TerraTech. It's kind of like Robocraft Infinity, but it has a campaign mode, which is more or less you're just a randomly generated world where you're going from like to these little pods to get missions and sell and buy stuff, which is kind of neat. There's a few modes. The creative mode is essentially they have some pre-built stuff and you can kind of experiment with like everything unlocked. Gauntlet is essentially just a little race mode. Create the campaigns, what I'll show the most of. Multiplayer, I'm going to show it to you, but I'm not going to go into it. It's fairly basic. What you kind of do is you pick. There's, I think, it'll show us here in a second. You pick a vehicle and then you pick like a subclass and you drive around and kill people. And then of course you can pick up their parts and stuff like that. It's kind of basic because it very much feels that if you get like an early lead and get some goodies, like weapons and stuff. Like I killed a guy early on and took his weapons. I got 2 guns from him and put all of my guns on it. And after that, I was just mowing through people. And the matches are like long. Like I think mine was like 15 minutes, and by like 10 minutes left, I already had like 12 kills. And I'm like, well, there's like, and I just left because it wasn't super fun. It sounds like it'd be a great game or something like if it had better building options. Let's actually show creative quickly just so I can kind of show the idea. Load times are actually fairly fast. I've been able to load into this creative mode fairly fast. But it's fun to a point, but like in the main campaign when you're like kind of driving around, let's kind of use this as an example. I'm gonna I like this though. But let's see. You see this guy over here? When you defeat something, or destroy it, or destroy like the main like cockpit of it, it falls apart. So most of the time, you're kind of spending your entire time grabbing these pieces, or you can hit B to get into a kind of a kind of hover mode, which is really good if you get stuck on something. I think this is great. It's just slow enough. But now I'm going to have to kind of be like, hey, I got to put this piece here, kind of go to this piece here, maybe put this piece here. Like, here's this wing. Put that wing here. Put that there. Put that here. And it's this very, like, slow process of kind of making pieces kind of pop together. It does really good with like the snap kind of stuff. So this needs to kind of pop under here. Cause like if like where you like when you're looking at it like this, that's the dimension. So I bring this over to here. There's no kind of like lining it up with like heights and stuff like that, which is great. So that kind of can go like with there. Of course, like the nose needs to go here. Don't know what this is. I can hit a right bumper to be like, hey, what is this? This is just a spotlight. What is this? It's a bracket. Put that here. That there. And then that there. I hit B again, and then if I kind of... If I can find a place to take off, it controls oddly, but it's kind of fun. This is 100% me, so don't judge the game. I am oh. And of course I can hit B. Well, like that's perfect. Like, hey, I got stuck, so let's find a nice little open area, like right there. I don't remember the flight controls. But you get the point, and I can kind of like pop my way off of there. But I'll show you my campaign save. But that's a nice little like sandbox. Those other vehicles, if you just pop your pod onto it, you can kind of take control. Or there are other pods that you can use, like the left bumper to take over. So we're gonna go into my campaign. But like this game is really enjoyable. It's just like when let's say you complete a mission or something. At one point, they dropped me a care package that shot out like 10 things. And I was like, yeah! The issue was I had to essentially fully deconstruct my vehicle here to use them all. So I have these, this is my vehicle here. I have these, like a whole bunch of these guns here. Somewhere hidden in here is my like cockpit. I actually have this like shield bubble around it. Is actually a healing field, which is kind of tucked in there as well. It will repair me. These batteries are here will power that field. So it will repair me as I'm fighting. And of course I got my wheels and stuff like that. Over here is one of the mission pods. I can kind of be like, hey, let's check out these missions. Let's take out these guys right over here. So I'm gonna, first off, B does this little floaty thing. Y, it makes the reticle appear. Because with how limited they are, it's fun, but it is sadly a fundamental issue of these kind of games on a console is that it's hard to build stuff because you can't have this, you can't have that precision, like quick movements here and there, if you know what I understand, or know what I mean. But also I can go over here and buy stuff from this thing. But if I hit X, I get my menu here. Holding the right trigger lets me change the like areas and then like the different like, subcategories and stuff like that. It controls well enough. And of course I have like 11 wheels. That little like this thing right here, if I bring pieces over to it, it'll suck them up. And if I want to, I can be like, hey, I'm gonna take these with me and I'm gonna sell them. Go over here and it'll fire them into the sky and give me money. There it goes. This thing over here is a what's it called? A solar energy recharger that recharges my battery. So let's do this mission. When I get near an enemy, I can hit right. I can press it on the right stick to target them, and the weapons do a fairly good job of doing that. But like I know I'm saying a lot of like the building is finicky, but the game is fairly enjoyable. But this feels like it's essentially it. Just gonna kind of drive around, maybe later on fly around. I mean, some of the stuff that I saw like in that intro screen looked great. We might hop back over to the like open playground mode to enjoy that kind of stuff. The achievements seem interesting. A lot of like get so and so through one campaign mode playthrough. So maybe there's a overall story arc that I haven't encountered yet, but the first hour or so has just been me kind of like just puttering around, but I have no issue with that. It almost also alludes that there's gonna be shields and stuff, which I can get into. But I really like, oh, there he is. Oh, that's it. What is it? Oh, hey. But like, look at me just rip this dude apart. And of course, like if I destroy one of his things, it just like, oh, it's gone now. So I'm gonna take this. It's mine now. I go, look, there's a machine gun. Oh, someone's shooting at me. That guy's got and he's dead. What is that? Oh, that means oh, there it is. So this is perfect. Like, look at all this stuff it's gonna launch out at me. But like I can kind of just attach this here. Put you here. And there is a limit of how much stuff you can have. If I hit the build beam, it'll like block allowance. And I have not come anywhere close. So I'm just gonna kind of just grab some goodies and putter on out of here. So, anything fun? What are you? Are you what I have on top of everything? I guess so. You know what? Just more guns. Why? Because I said so. But like as you can see, like this is what's gonna drive me insane at some point. Is like slowly grab this. But like look at that. It's just mayhem right now. Like just everyone dies. And that's actually what happened in the multiplayer match. Is I got some good goodies really early on, and I was like, oh, this probably is not fun for them. Also, I've been stealing everyone's batteries. See, I'm like, oh no, there's something. What is under me? All right, so it's like, hey, that's under me. Now I can just kind of. I also like that it is fairly slow, so you're not like gonna abuse that. So now we just go back and get another mission. I do like that the soundtrack has changed to a desert theme, which is pretty fun. They call the reason they call it tech is these little vehicles are called techs. So let's go back and play with some of the other stuff. But that's what it's been. There's been like, hey, go destroy this. Hey, go find this other trading post. Hey, go and do so and so. Let's go new game, creative mode. Like I'm guessing like the seeds. I don't know what they mean. I don't know if you can share them. That'd be interesting if you could. There doesn't seem to be any co-op campaign. The multiplayer, actually, that was the first time I had issues finding anyone. I did it like 3 or 4 times, so. Alright, so let's go play this guy over here. Like, look at me. Yeah! Like, this is fun. Or, I don't know what this is. Let's go inspect this thing. Oh, I think this is just like a kind of a oh, this is like a okay, so this is a platform that actually will protect itself because I think it has shields on it. What is this? It's a wireless charger. Oh, so that's so apparently if this is within the vicinity of this and then within the vicinity of a battery, it'll just keep doing that. There it is. There we go. And the controls are inburst, and I can flip and stuff. It's easy enough. Sadly, this vehicle has absolutely no weapons. But we can't. What we can do. Oh no. Is whip out this and be like, hey. This thing needs a machine gun on it. And then we're like... Oh, it won't shoot because it'll... Like, they don't shoot if they're going to damage something part of it. So let's see what else we got. But there's, like, so much stuff. And one of my biggest issue is, you can see the bottom left. Light background with white on it. Please, drop shadow. Come on. And of course, like, look at all this. Like, just... So much stuff you can have. If I was a more creative person and had more patience for the building thing, I'd probably build a lot of stuff. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff on here that's not making the frame rate drop, which is kind of impressive. But this is TerraTech. It is out now, kind of like Robocraft Infinity. I felt that Robocraft had like just like the battle modes, and there wasn't a fun kind of like just a nice like, hey, I don't want to fight other people. Let me just roam around. I hit A to cancel by mistake. Flaming Turtle is a pretty good gamer tag. But I think it's neat. I want to at least show you the different classes for the multiplayer. I'm not sure how it does the matchmaking. I always feel like I got in like right when it began or some kind of thing. No crashes, no, like I said, frame rate issues earlier. But this one actually might just be, hey, loading into your game. The multiplayer did have some weird loading stuff. Probably just because people have slow internet connections. But this is TerraTech. I am ZeroJD, the XBLA Fans channel. It's fun if you can get around the crafting stuff, in my opinion. Thank you so much for watching me, and have a nice day. Oh, hey, it loaded.